I guess for most of us who are gardeners at home, we know that gardens don't stop. We're always having to do something, and the Botanical Gardens is no different to that. The guys here have been working through this time, so there's been a lot of changes in the way that we operate, but yes, it's very much about trying to maintain, plant our garden beds out with the next display, have a conservatory display that perhaps people can only see from the outside, but you know, it's still a fantastic display. It's followed on from the begonia display, and it's our autumn-winter display. So at the moment there are lots of really nice winter flowering plants on display. The guys are really happy with it. And yeah, they did really put some effort into it to make sure that people could get a bit of a feel for the display from the outside of the building, because we just don't know how long that's going to be. Yeah, and what's happening here behind me, and people often ask me what are the nets about, and what the nets are about here are trying to keep the birds off the garden beds. So we have found over the last few years that we've had a lot of the birds from the lake coming into the gardens, and they have caused us a few little hiccups with our garden beds here, pulling the plants out. So what we've done this year is put the nets over the bed, keeps the birds off them, and we still have the birds in the garden as well, so which is a really nice touch. And what we particularly have noticed, like through the whole period from late March, when things are starting to close down, that the gardens have become a bit of an oasis for people. So it was a place that you could come and you could walk around, you could practice social distancing. It's still a great place to be during winter. And it's still being used a lot in that way, which is great, and I think it's one of the nice things about Ballarat's gardens, that we are really lucky, and people can still get out